Today we're talking about something that can make or break your draft league battles. How to pick the perfect lead. Choosing the right lead isn't just about picking the fastest or strongest Pokemon. It's a strategic art that sets the pace for the entire match. So if you want to improve your win rate, stick around. I'm breaking down how I pick leads every single draft. What's going on, my fellows? It's your boy DyeItTight. Make sure to like and subscribe and consider hitting that join button to support the channel. The lead is the first impression you make in battle. It controls momentum and can force your opponent into uncomfortable situations. A good lead lets you scout your opponent's strategy and possible team composition, set up hazards or disrupt their hazards, control the tempo and pressure from turn 1. But here's the thing, not every draft lets you pick a perfect lead. Sometimes you have to work with what you get. The key is understanding what role you want your lead to play in your team and how it fits into your overall strategy. There are several common lead archetypes in Draft League, and knowing these roles will help you pick better. You have the hazard setter, leads like Ferrothorn or Skarmory who can set up Stealth Rock or Spikes immediately, putting constant pressure on the opponent. The scout and pivot are Pokemon like Lando T or Rotom Wash that can scout with U-turn or Volt Switch, revealing opponent's moves and containing momentum. Next we have the setup lead, which is a Pokemon that can start boosting their stats right away, like Infernape or Scolipede, forcing your opponent to react quickly. After that we've got the disruptor, leads that can use status or entry hazards to cripple the opponents, like Toxic Spike users or those with Thunder Wave or even Taunt. Finally, the offensive lead. Sometimes you want to lead with a strong offensive threat to get early damage or a quick KO. Each role fits different archetypes, so your lead should complement what you drafted later. When drafting, consider these tips for picking your lead. Think about synergy. Does your lead help your core? For example, if you drafted a frail sweeper weak to hazards, a reliable hazard setter lead can protect it, or a disruptor that can taunt. Consider counters. Pick a lead that can handle the popular leads you expect to face, or disrupt their main strategy. Look for versatility. A lead with multiple options like scouting, hazard setting, or pivoting can adapt to many situations. Don't force it. If you can't find a perfect lead early on, draft flexible Pokemon that can serve as backup leads later on. Play your first turn. Always have a clear idea of what your first move will be and how it affects the tempo. You should basically game plan, no matter what lead your opponent makes, how you're going to respond. Let me share a few examples from my own drafts to show how different leads can control the flow of the battle. Lycanroc Dusk. This is a classic aggressive lead. Its ability to hit hard right off the bat with priority moves like Excel Rock lets you pressure slower opponents immediately. Leading with Lycanroc Dusk forces your opponent to respect your speed and aggression, often dictating their first switch or forcing early defensive plays. You can also taunt the opposing Pokemon and prevent things like a status or a hazard. You can also use moves like Endeavor, that if you're down on 1 HP, you can bring Pokemon down lower, and you can also get up your own Stealth Rocks early on. Next up we have Meowscarada. This Pokemon is perfect for a disruptive and flexible lead. With access to moves like U-turn for pivoting and access to hazards or status moves, Meowscarada lets you scout your opponent's team while maintaining momentum. Plus, its speed and offensive presence makes it a threat that can punish opponents who try to predict your switch. Finally, we have Ogerpon Cornerstone, mixing disruptive and offensive, with moves that can deal damage and set the pace of the match. Ogerpon can be a surprise to many opponents. It forces them to consider whether to play defensively or try to go on the offensive first. Leading Ogerpon can tilt the tempo in your favor and give your team the upper hand early on. Each of these leads brings a unique style and tempo control to your team, and choosing the right one based on your draft can really set you apart. So to wrap it up, the perfect lead isn't just the strongest mons. It's the Pokemon that controls tempo, fits your team, and helps you dictate the flow of the battle turn 1. Mastering the art of picking leads will give you a huge edge in your draft league matches. If you want more deep draft league strategy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.